guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have another Halloween tutorial for you guys today. This is a tutorial on this look right here. I'm supposed to be like some sort of oracle or like seer or fantasy thingy-mabobber. So that's what I was going for. Or this is like just like a kind of like Tien from Dragon Ball Z. You guys, I've been obsessed with Dragon Ball Z lately. Like, I'm not, that's like not what this video is about, but I have been. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm going through like a quarter life crisis or something. Anyway, so this video is also a collab with a couple of women, like 10 women to be exact. I will show you guys pictures of their looks really quick, and I will have all of them linked down below. Their looks just look like stunning. Like, I've seen pictures of everyone's looks and it just looks so freaking good. So I will have all of those ladies linked down below. You guys should definitely check out their Halloween tutorials because they're just so stinking good. Like, they're so good. I have been enjoying all of the Halloween tutorials in my feed lately because they just inspire me, and these ladies came up with some awesome looks. If you guys want to see how I got this look, then please. So first we're taking the ColourPop eyeshadow in sequin and we are just applying that all over the lid as the base. Then I'm taking my Sugarpill Sparklebaby palette. I'm going into Totsy and I am just putting that all over my lid. Again, you guys, all of the products that I use and all of the brushes that I use will be listed down below. Then I'm taking my Fluffy 214, I think, by MAC, and I am just blending out that red shadow. Okay, and then we're taking the Urban Decay eyeshadow in Solstice, the Moondust eyeshadow, and I am just patting that on the middle of my eyelid with my finger. After that, I'm taking my Violet Voss glitter glue. I'm patting that on as well on the middle of my eyelid, but like kind of more concentrated, like in the middle, like a smaller middle area, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And then I'm taking my Violet Voss glitter in Electric Coral, and I am just patting that on top of the glue. After that, I'm going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture palette. I'm taking the black shade, and I'm creating a like smoked out cat eye with that with my CVS gel liner brush. And I am just, you know, filling it in. I find that this like black shade from the Anastasia Shadow Couture palette is just the best black shade ever. It's so pigmented. But anyway, I'm bringing that cat eye towards my inner corner, and then I'm blending out like the tip of the cat eye into the red eyeshadow. And if your like tip area or your cat eye area gets messy, that's no problem. Just take a makeup wipe or whatever you got and just, you know, clean it up. And then I'm taking a little bit more of that Totsy shade on an e.l.f. crease brush, and I am just putting that into my crease and blending out the black and the red and blending them together. Now we're going to do the eyebrows. So I'm taking my dip brow pomade in Ebony and I am just filling in the end of my brows, and I wanted them to look like wild and sort of crazy looking, so I am just making my arch just all sharp, and I'm also taking the tip and kind of like curling it out, and then I'm sort of lightly filling in the front of my brows with this Ebony shade, but I'm mostly filling in the front of my brows with this taupe color, the taupe dip brow pomade. I'm just not flaring it out, fading it out on the front, and then I'm going into my Maybelline Brow Drama in the blonde shade, and I'm fading the front area out in sort of a circular, not circular, but round shape like I normally do. And then I am cleaning up the upper brow area with the Maybelline Dream Lumi, and I highlighted my brow bone with the Anastasia Brow Duality. And then I am setting my brows with the Benefit, the Benefit Gimme Brow in light, and the lashes that I'm using are the Vegas Nay Eyelure lashes in Grand Glamour. And then to further highlight that brow bone, I'm taking my Sephora Matte White eyeshadow and I'm just highlighting that brow bone. And then for foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me in the matte and poreless version, and I am just dotting that all over my face and then blending it out with my Booty Blender in little what are these words? In little like bouncing motions. And then I'm taking my NYX HD concealer in lavender and I'm creating like a highlighted triangle underneath my eyes and blending it out yet again with the Beauty Blender. To further highlight and conceal, I'm going into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit in Fair, and I am just creating a like triangular shape underneath my eyes. I'm also putting this highlighting concealer on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and my chin, and then I'm blending it out again with the Beauty Blender. cover up dim pimply pimples, I'm taking my Physicians Formula Concealer X Concealer, and I am just putting that on any like areas where I have redness or whatever peeking through, and then we're just blending that out in our little bippy boppy motions. Now for cream contouring, so I'm going into the shade Shadow in the cream contour kit, and I am just creating a line like diagonal down from my ear with my DVA Beauty Mini Flat, and then I'm blending it out with the MAC 130 brush in upward circular motions. Now for liquid contouring the nose, I'm taking my Milani Brown Eye Highlighter in Taupe and Vanilla, and I'm just creating a line down my nose bridge and on the sides of my nostrils, and then I'm blending it out with my Sigma 3D HD Precision Brush. I'm just blending it down the sides of my nose. I also put some on the tip of my nose, so I'm just blending that upward on my nose bridge, and yeah, that's how I'm blending out my nose contour. Now for liquid highlighting, I'm just taking my NYX Liquid Illuminator in Sunbeam, and I'm just putting this on my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. To set all that stuff, I'm taking the Urban Decay Naked Powder, I believe that's what it's called, and I am just patting that all over my face. I'm using the IT Cosmetics Velvet Luxe Buffing Brush, I believe, and when you use those tapping motions, it just gives you more coverage. Now for my beginning powder contouring, I'm taking the Becca Low Light Sculpting Perfector Press, and I'm just contouring the hollows of my cheeks with that, and then I am taking the NARS Blush and Contour Duo in Olympia, and I am just blending out that contour line and bringing it up onto my temples and underneath my nose and underneath my lips. And I've been powder contouring my nose lately, but not heavily. I'm just taking a little bit of my NARS Olympia powder, and I am just putting that on the tip of my nose, and then I'm also putting it on the sides of the bridge of my nose, and just blending that out with a EcoTools crease brush. And then I'm taking my Manic Panic white powder and just highlighting underneath my eyes, on my chin, and on my forehead. And then we are taking the NARS Christopher King blush. I believe this is the shade Silent Nude. It is not available anymore because it was limited edition, but I am just putting that on my cheeks. You can use whatever nude blush you have. For highlighter, I'm taking my Chaos Makeup Artist highlighter in the shade Mary Jane, and I am just putting that on my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. Alrighty, now onto the big old eyeball on the middle of my forehead. So I am just taking a NYX white eyeliner, and I am just creating a sort of diamond shape with this. Some of this eye shape tutorial is a little bit out of frame, so I'm super sorry. But yeah, I'll just explain what I did for this anyway. And then for the iris, I am just taking my Rimmel Baby Blue eyeliner, and I am creating like a circle in the middle of that diamond shape, and I am filling in the white area with the white eyeliner, and I'm also filling in the middle area with the baby blue eyeliner. The shape that we're drawing right now is the iris and the white part of the eye, and then to set that white eyeliner, I'm taking my Sephora matte white eyeshadow, and I am just dabbing that all over the eyeliner that's white, and then I'm taking the Candy Crush shade from the Sparklebaby palette, and I'm putting that on all the areas that the baby blue eyeliner is. So in that middle circle area, that's where I'm basically just setting the eyeliner. I'm also taking a little bit of that Candy Crush shade, and I'm putting it throughout the whites of the eye. So not like heavily, but just kind of putting hints of the blue. And then I'm taking my Lorac Pro palette, and I'm taking the black shade, and I am just kind of outlining the top of the lid. I'm going on into my Too Faced Sugar Pop palette, and I'm taking the shade Blue Raspberry, and I'm just putting that around the iris, and I'm doing this to create a sort of shading effect on the iris and also to add depth to that area. Going into my electric palette, I'm taking the shade Fringe, and I'm just creating the pupil of the eye, and I'm also putting this around the iris to create that outline that irises have. Then for creating depth on the eyelid, I am taking this lip liner from Jordana. It's the shade Tawny, and I am just making my waterline with this, and then I'm also creating the lid shape with this lip liner. To blend out that lip liner, I'm taking my Becca Low Light Sculpting Perfector Press, and I'm taking the contour shade, and I am just shading in those areas. So I'm just doing a mixture of like outlining the eyelid shape that I want and also blending it out with that what is it, the Becca Low Light Sculpting Perfector. I'm like brain farting all over the place for this talk through or this voiceover or whatever. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just doing a mixture of like outlining, adding depth with the Becca thing, and creating the outline. So does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And then for added shading, I am taking the candycrush shade yet again, and I am just adding that into the lid. So your skin doesn't have just like one shade in it, so that's why I'm taking that blue, and I am just adding that into the eyelid shape or whatever to shade it further. And then I'm going into my IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. I'm taking the shade Violet, and I am putting that in the outlines of the eyelid because your creases and everything, and just your eyes in general, also have like purple tones to them. So they have like blue tones and purple tones, so that's why I'm outlining with that color. I'm taking a Jane liquid liner, it's in the shade Pink, and I'm just creating some highlights to that waterline, and then I'm taking a Sephora black eyeliner, and I'm just creating the outline of the lash line. I'm also adding in some lashes. My lashes are slightly curved, and my eye is looking down, so most of my lashes are kind of like curved, but pointed down, if that makes any sense. And then I'm taking my Rimmel Glam Eyes liquid liner. This is a black liquid liner, and I am just creating the outline of the eye. So I had that Sephora eyeliner, and that was to create a little bit of depth to the outline of the eye. Then I'm taking this Glam Eyes liquid liner, and I am just creating most of the lashes and most of the outline. What am I talking about? I don't know, you guys. My brain is all jumbled, but you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just creating lashes, and I am just really thickening up that outline. For the lashes on the lower lash line, I am just making the lashes just more spaced out, and they are just a lot shorter. Now to the most rewarding part of the eye, like forehead tutorial. I'm just creating the highlights, and I'm doing this with a NYX white liquid liner. I'm just putting highlights on the iris of the eye, in the white part of the eye, in the waterline, and on the outline of the eye. And then I decided to do a little bit of an outline around the waterline, and to add a little bit more depth to the lid, I'm just taking a concealer and I'm just adding some highlights on that lid area. To make our eye a little bit creepier and 3D, I'm just taking some individual Ardell lashes, and I am just putting them on the top level of the lash line, and I'm adding these lashes, and I'm adding them like with a little bit more volume and like thickness, and then I'm putting some on the bottom lash line, and I'm putting these on a little bit more spaced out. Also for the bottom lash line, I'm flipping the lashes over when I apply them. When you apply these lashes, make it so that the outer portion of the eye is like thicker, and then the inner corner of the eye, the lashes are like fewer and far between. We're finally done with the big ass eyeball on the middle of our forehead, thanks sweet baby Jesus. After that, we're just taking the Hotsy Totsy shade, and I'm just smudging that underneath my eyes. I wanted my eyes to look like sore, but like glamorous and sore. Yeah, okay. After that, we're taking this NYX Slide On Glide On pencil in Glitzy Gold, and I am creating like a crying effect, I guess, to my lower lash line. It's just supposed to look like you kind of have gold tears coming out of your eyes. To add a little bit of depth to those tears, I'm just taking some of my Mayron Gold paint, and I am just adding that to the tears. So I'm just creating like streaks underneath my lash line. And then we are just taking the Chaos Makeup Artist highlighter in Mary Jane, and I am just popping that in my inner corner. Now for some added fanciness, I am just going back with that NYX liquid liner in white, and I'm just putting dots like all over my face. There's no rhyme or reason to this, just put them wherever you want to. And we are finally on to the lips. So I'm just taking my ColourPop lip liner in Tootsie and I'm just outlining my lips with this. And then I'm going into my ColourPop liquid lipstick in Trap and I am just applying this all over my lippies. I decided that I wanted a little bit of an ombre effect to my lips, so I'm just taking this Tarte blush in Natural Beauty and I'm just tapping that on the middle of my lippies. And then I'm taking the NYX liquid liner in Extreme Gold and I am adding a line down the middle of my bottom lip and also down the middle of my chin. And finally, guys, we are done with this freaking tutorial. Oh my goodness. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please like this video. Check out the other girls' tutorials. They're linked down below. Subscribe. It makes me so happy. And I hope you guys are having the best day ever. Bye, guys.